Hello everybody and welcome back to SkySaga Alpha 6 and welcome back to the Christmas Island that we've been working on. So there have been a few changes that have happened around here since the last episode. Most noticeably, the North Pole here has now actually got a jeweled lamp sitting on top of it, which I think makes it look a whole lot better, and I hope you agree on that one. Of course, down here, there has also been a few other changes here as well. If I have a look on the map, it might be a little bit more obvious to you. So here we go, on the map, there are two chests sitting just in here. Now, that actually corresponds to underneath the pathway, and the reason I've done this is because I've actually put in these type of chests. And so the whole point here is that when the music sitting behind everything is not too loud, you can actually hear Christmas music as you walk up and down this path. I'm not sure you're going to be able to hear that right now because the SkySaga sounds are quite loud, but I can't separate the two out, so it's just going to have to stay the way it is. However, I'm going to kind of keep doing this, so there's one in here and there's one in, I think, under here somewhere, or maybe it's under here. I'm just going to keep kind of evenly spacing them up the path so that you hear just at least a small amount of Christmas music the entire time you're in this world, or at least the entire time you're wandering around on the paths and in the buildings. Of course, it is going to make the map look just a touch messy, and we've got a creature stuck in under the snow here. That's kind of hilarious. We'll have to dig that creature out in a second. But yeah, then inside, not too much has changed in here. I'm still kind of going around doing lots of adventuring, looking for recipes and things that I need, but I've put in just a little temporary little thing over here. So we've got a bench and a red candle set, and I kind of like that, so it's probably going to stay in there. Still need to work at what I'm doing over in this corner for lighting and things like that. I've got a few new recipes recently, so we might see a few of those start to pop up around the place. I also found a little bit more white sand along the way, so we might actually be able to start putting in some windows and things as well. You never know, we'll see how we go as we continue on through this build. Anyway, the other thing that's happening is I've started on the path that is going to go down into Santa's actual workshop. So this is it down here. Got a nice big staircase going down, and then we've got another pathway here. So this pathway is going to go out and not very much further. Basically, I just want to get past the end of Santa's hut. So I want to get to about here. And then we're going to pull this pathway back across and then have Santa's hut and all that kind of stuff go in underneath here somewhere. And yeah, this place isn't as far down as we can get. I've got about 20 blocks between, I think it was this level and where I can actually go. So this is about halfway down, and then the other half will be at the other end of this corridor as we kind of take this direction back over towards the area. We're going to end up going back down over here, and then a small tunnel this way, and then, yeah, like I said, a big workshop area here. Now the plan for this is actually slightly inspired by the Christmas build. So I saw that last time in the festive keystone. I kind of had this idea a little bit before, but I just really love that festive keystone. So I've grabbed out a whole bunch of ice. We're going to be building the entire workshop out of ice, which I think is going to look really cool. And then of course we're going to light it with these midwinter lights that we've got in here, and probably a few of these guys as well, just to kind of get it a little bit more light. We're going to have a whole bunch of workbenches down there, and then of course the plan is to build Christmas trees and other bits and pieces as you would normally see in a very festive workshop. Anyway, that's kind of the plan. So I'm going to go back down into this tunnel and continue this pathway along. I'm probably going to have to pull out a little bit of stone because we're getting to that point where I am running out of earth to mine, so I'm going to have to start putting my own down, which means starting on the candy cane striping that I'm going to put down in amongst all that stuff. What I'm thinking for right now is we're going to do something kind of similar to the outside of the chimney over here. So this guy has got a 5 wide candy cane stripe, which I think looks really cool, and considering that this is going to be a bit of a pathway, I really want to do a candy cane stripe of 5 or 6 wide down in along here. So I think that's going to look really cool. Anyway, that's enough from me. I'm going to kind of crack on, keep building this place, and we'll see how all of this goes. And we have windows, everybody. Have a look at this. I really like these. I've been debating over these windows for quite some time, actually. and I finally even managed to go out and find myself a window shutter recipe, but that was after I put in these windows. Now, these bad boys are white stone and yellow sand or yellow glass that has gone into those, and I like that a lot actually because it makes it look like there's kind of a warm glow coming off from inside this place, which I think works really, really well. And if I'd used any other color of glass, or even if I'd used the window shutters, you wouldn't get that effect. And I like how you can kind of see in and you get this nice warm glow happening, and all of the lights look even better, I think, through these windows. So those are going to stay just as they are. That is what these are going to look like for now. We're probably also going to put a few out the back here, probably in this spot here, and maybe in here and over in here. Either that, or we'll put them in the side walls. I'm not quite sure where I'm going with this yet. This side wall might look a little bit odd because we'll be looking down the length of this wall here, but I don't know, we'll see about that later on in the build. Anyway, the rest of the things that I've done between takes is down here, so you can probably already see a little bit of work being done down here. This place is still very ugly. I still need to work at what I'm doing. The original idea was to do a candy cane stripe here, but I'm not sure. Having done the candy cane stripe in there, it might be just a little bit too much candy cane. I don't know. But here you go. This is the candy cane stripe down in here. Now, of course, these torches are just for show right now. They're not actually going to stay here when I finally do put this place up and running. It's just these are needed for now, just to give a little bit of light down in here. I don't know what I'm going to do for lighting down in here yet, because this place is even. This is 4x4, so the actual Christmas lights aren't going to work too well. We might end up having candles or something else kind of running along the length here on shelves or something like that. That might work. I don't know. We'll work that out as we go. Anyway, we're actually finished this place up, so now it's time to build another big doorway down the other end here, and we're going to start going this way down off the side and working our way down towards the bottom build limit of this island. Now if I jump off the side here, you can see I've still got a fair distance to go down before I actually hit the bottom of the world, which is perfect because that is what I need. I need another 10 or so blocks at least to go down. So I'm going to build a staircase that goes all the way down to the bottom, build another little section of corridor going back this way, and then we're going to start working on the gigantic ice pad that we need to go in underneath all of this stuff to be the basis of Santa's workshop. Now I should grab some ice out and crack on to building some of this stuff. So just a little bit more work has been done around here. So all of the outside here you've seen. Let's just kind of keep these guys away from the door. Close that. Perfect. So there's nothing really changed on the inside. I haven't put the windows in at the back here yet. I do plan to do that eventually, but just not right now. And now down here I've actually finished this set of stairs. So I was planning to have the candy cane stripe going around and around and around. The only problem was having this floor offset from where I was expecting everything kind of meant that the spiral just looked a little odd, and it didn't quite fit or really work because each of these levels didn't quite line up with the next one down, if that makes sense. It gave it a very, very weird look. So I decided to change it up. We've got just the brownstone, kind of carrying on with the brownstone theme from around the bottom here, and just dragging that down into this area. I think I might even end up putting a wooden block in here next to these torches just to kind of keep things a little bit more consistent. But yeah, so anyway, down on through in here we've got the same stuff we had before. We've got a nice kind of wooden area here that just kind of separates the candy cane from the kind of plain staircase, I guess. And the other thing I really like about this is that have a look down that staircase, and sure, you can see a little bit of red and a little bit of white, but you don't really have any idea that this thing is leading to something anywhere near as exciting as this. Now, I haven't actually finished this place down in here yet. Like I said, I still need to clear these things up and put some decor items in here and get some proper lighting going on. I'll probably end up with something hanging off the walls, I think, maybe, to do all the lighting and stuff down in here. I may even end up just stringing Christmas lights down the wall on either side, just to give it a little bit of light down in here. Now, the bit that you guys haven't seen is this bit. Bam! Now, this does look a bit funky right now. This is all made out of ice. So basically everything from this wooden strip onwards is going to be walls, floor and ceiling made out of ice. Now if we come down here, we've done the entire staircase, including, you know, top and sides and all that kind of stuff. But if we come down here, we are in nowhere near what I've wanted to do down at the bottom here. So this whole thing here needs a wall. This pathway is actually going to be 3 wide, just so I can hang some Christmas lights in it and that type of stuff. And then this out here is going to be the workshop area. So you can see I've marked out on the ground how wide and how deep I want this thing to be. The only thing I haven't done yet is worked out how tall it's going to be, because we could actually go almost all the way up to the top there, which is 10 blocks, or we could even go further than that and we can go somewhere near 20 blocks. The only thing is, the taller I go with this thing, the more rock I'm going to have to clear out of the ceiling, because as you can see there is quite a lot of island in the way right now. So yeah, I don't know about that. I'm thinking that 10 blocks high might be enough, because that is the gap up to the bottom of that platform there, the red and white candy cane striping you can see, which is actually going to be pretty massive as a roof, I think, and it's probably even going to be enough. But I don't know, we're going to have to put some walls in and start clearing out the underside of this island and actually work that out from there. Unfortunately though, that is actually all I have time to record for you for this week. That's because all of this has actually been pre-recorded. I am on holiday right now. I'm away from my computer and away from my desktop that lets me record and cut and edit videos for the week. So I don't have any more time, because I'm actually recording this literally 10 o'clock the night before I'm about to fly out. So I am running right on the wire to get this thing finished, and it just didn't happen. It's taken a little bit too long to collect recipes and get all of this ice ready and work out how big I wanted this place. So anyway, like I said, that is going to be it for this week. Now, next week, the video is actually going to be delayed once again, because I'm going to get back on the Saturday that is for next week's video. So, of course, I won't actually have time to get a video up and running, but I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that we'll have a video out on the Wednesday of that week. And then if we can get the video out on the Wednesday, we'll hopefully be able to do one as well on the following Saturday. So really, you're kind of missing a week, but then you're getting double the week after. So I hope that's okay with you guys. And yeah, this is it. This is the good start, the solid foundation, as it were, for Santa's workshop down in underneath here. This is going to be an amazing build. I'm really, really excited to see this one finished and done, and I hope you guys are as well. Anyway, I'll see you not next week, but just a little bit after. Have a good one, guys.